What if I told you one of the most common pieces of parenting advice given to new moms is actively delaying your baby's development? I know, it's a terrifying thought. I'm Sarah, and I'm a mom on a mission to read all the confusing studies and parenting books so that you don't have to. There are so many myths out there about tummy time, and honestly, they're confusing, well-meaning parents just like us. Today, we are going to squash those myths for good, starting with the most dangerous one of all, the belief that tummy time is optional. Now, I know what you might be thinking. For years, the #1 rule drilled into us has been back to sleep to prevent SIDS. And that advice is absolutely life-saving. We should never, ever forget it. But it's had an unintended side effect that we, as parents, need to be aware of. Think about a baby's typical day. They sleep on their backs. They ride in the car seat on their backs. They might relax in a swing or bouncer, again, on their backs. An entire generation of babies is now spending the vast majority of their time looking up at the ceiling. And while this keeps them safe while they sleep, this new reality has created a hidden problem, one that can impact their physical shape and even their future movement. So the real question we have to ask ourselves is, what are the actual medical risks of skipping tummy time? The answer comes down to two medical terms that, I'll be honest, sound pretty scary when you first hear them: positional plagiocephaly and positional torticollis. But I promise you, understanding them is the first step to preventing them. My mission here is to make this simple. First, let's talk about plagiocephaly. The much simpler name for this is flat head syndrome, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Because a newborn's skull is so soft and malleable, if they spend too much time lying in one position, like on their back in a crib or a car seat, their head can start to develop a flat spot. So how would you even notice this? The easiest way is to look down at your baby's head from directly above when their hair is wet, like after a bath. Does one side of the back of their head seem a little less round, a bit flatter than the other? You might also notice that the ear on the flat side has shifted forward slightly, or that their forehead seems to bulge a little on that same side. These are the classic signs. For many babies, it's mild and resolves on its own as they start moving more. But for some, this flatness can become so pronounced that it requires a corrective helmet. And I can tell you from talking to so many moms who have been through it, navigating that journey, the appointments, the fittings, the constant explanations to strangers, the emotional weight of it, it's a lot. It is a challenge we can actively work to prevent. That brings us to the second term, positional torticollis. This is essentially a persistent tightening of the muscles on one side of your baby's neck. This tightness causes them to tilt their head. You might notice your baby almost always holds their head tilted to one side, like they're permanently curious about something on the floor. Or maybe they have a very strong preference for turning their head to the left, but get fussy or resist when you try to gently encourage them to look right. A really common clue I hear from moms is that their baby breastfeeds great on one side, but really struggles to latch on the other. That's often because it's physically uncomfortable for them to turn their neck in that direction. And if it's left unaddressed, torticollis often requires weeks, sometimes months of physical therapy, specific stretches and exercises to help lengthen those tight muscles. So skipping tummy time isn't a neutral choice. It carries these very real physical risks. But on the flip side, embracing tummy time doesn't just prevent these problems, it actively accelerates your baby's development. This isn't just a theory, it's backed by decades of research. One of the landmark studies, all the way back in 1999, found a direct link. Babies who had more supervised tummy time achieved their major motor milestones, like rolling over, sitting up unsupported, crawling, and pulling themselves up to a stand, significantly earlier than babies who didn't. And just in case you're thinking that's old news, the evidence has only gotten stronger. A major study published in the trusted journal Pediatrics in 2020 confirmed the exact same thing. Researchers tracked hundreds of infants and found, clear as day, that more tummy time directly correlated with higher gross motor scores. It's not just a nice-to-have activity, it is a fundamental builder of strength and coordination. And that brings us full circle, because our babies must sleep on their backs to reduce the risk of SIDS. That is the non-negotiable, life-saving rule. Tummy time is not the opposite of that advice, it's the partner to that advice. It's the essential counterbalance. It's the dedicated daytime work that builds the muscles in their neck, back, shoulders, and arms so they can one day lift that head, push up, and see the world. Okay, so the medical case is officially closed. Tummy time is the essential daytime partner to nighttime back sleeping. It is the work they need to do to build strength and see the world. But this immediately brings up the next and maybe one of the most confusing questions for new parents. When do you actually start? Now, if you're like I was, everything you've probably heard points to waiting. Wait until they're a bit older, a bit stronger. The common advice is to start around 2 or 3 months old, once their neck doesn't seem quite so wobbly. It sounds logical, it sounds safe, but I need you to lean in for this part. That very sensible sounding advice is the second major trap that I see holding so many wonderful babies back. Because the real answer, the one supported by pediatric therapists, is not only much, much earlier than that, it is the single biggest secret to making your baby actually tolerate and even learn to enjoy the process. So what is that secret? What's the key to unlocking a better tummy time experience? It's this. For a healthy, full-term baby, tummy time starts on day 1. Not 2 months, not 3 months, day 1. From the very first day you bring them home. I know. For some of you, that might sound a little intimidating. They're so tiny, so fragile. I remember that feeling perfectly. You just want to protect them. But here's the beautiful thing. Tummy time on day 1 doesn't look like what you see on Instagram with a 3-month-old propped up on a playmat. It's much gentler, much more connected. Let me walk you through it. Picture this. You're home. You're finally getting a moment to rest. Maybe you're semi-reclined on a comfortable chair or propped up with pillows in bed. You are awake and alert. You simply take your newborn and lay them on your chest, belly down, their little cheek resting near your heart. That's it. That's day 1 tummy time. Maybe you do this for 30 seconds, maybe a full minute. You can do it skin to skin, which is just incredible for bonding. You talk to them, you sing to them, you are their safe space. In that moment, they are getting all the benefits, lifting their head ever so slightly, feeling a new sensation, activating those tiny muscles, all while being held and comforted by you. Research shows that babies who start this early tend to tolerate and even enjoy tummy time much more as they get older. You are setting the foundation, not just for motor skills, but for a positive association with this activity. Okay, so we've solved the when, but that doesn't solve the biggest hurdle, does it? It doesn't solve the crying. This is the part that breaks our hearts. This is the part that makes us want to give up. And it's all based on the third and most powerful myth, that a baby crying during tummy time means they hate it. And I need to tell you as clearly as I can, your baby does not hate tummy time. Let me say it again, because this is the great reframe that changes everything. Your baby does not hate tummy time. Your baby is communicating with you. They are telling you that this is new, this feels weird, and most of all, this is hard work. I want you to really embrace this analogy. Tummy time is your baby's first workout. Imagine you, an adult who hasn't worked out in years, decide today is the day you're going to learn to do a pull-up. You go to the bar, you grab on, and you pull with all your might. What happens? Your arms shake, you might let out a grunt of effort. You can't hold it for long, and when you let go, your muscles feel tired, maybe even a little sore. You wouldn't say you hate pull-ups, you'd say they are challenging. You are building strength where you didn't have it before. This is a perfect window into your baby's world. For their entire existence, they've been curled up. Now, on their tummy, they are stretching and lengthening all the muscles on the front of their body for the first time. They have to work against gravity to try and lift that head, which, remember, is incredibly heavy and large in proportion to their body. This activates their neck, shoulder, back, and arm muscles in a way they have never experienced before. It is tiring, it is challenging. Crying is their body's way of saying, "Phew, this is a workout." It's not a cry of pain, it's a cry of pure, unadulterated effort. And our job as parents isn't to rescue them from the effort, but to coach them through it. To do that, you have to learn to translate their language. So let's become baby whisperers for a moment. Here is your TummyTime crying translation guide. First, the sound, a series of grunts, maybe a little groan. The translation is, "I am concentrating. This is heavy. I'm really trying here." Your action? Be their cheerleader. Get down on their level, look them in the eye and say, "Wow, look at you. You are so strong. You're doing it." Your encouragement is everything. Second, the action. They start squirming and kicking their legs, looking frustrated. The translation is, "I'm trying to figure out how to move. I want to reach that toy, see your face, but my limbs aren't cooperating yet." This is not frustration at you. It's the beautiful, messy process of learning motor planning. Your action? Help them slightly. Put your hand against the soles of their feet so they have something to push off of. Show them a high-contrast toy. You're not doing the work for them, you're just reminding them of the goal. Third, the sound, a short, sharp cry, not a wail of pain, but a distinct protesting cry. The translation is, "Okay, my muscles are spent. I need a break." This is their signal that the set is over. Your action? Immediately and cheerfully say, "Great job. You worked so hard," and roll them gently onto their back or pick them up for a cuddle. You've respected their limit, you've praised their effort, and you ended the session on a positive note, ready for the next one later. Seeing it this way changes everything, doesn't it? It's not a battle, it's a dialogue, it's a partnership in their growth. And I know this is a real point of struggle for so many of us. I've been there. So I would love for us to build a community around this. Let me know in the comments. Have you struggled with a crying baby during tummy time? What did it feel like for you? There's no judgment here. Let's share our stories and support each other. And in the middle of all that support, of all those shared stories, something truly magical happens. You see, in these moments, you're not just putting your baby on the floor. You become their first coach, their biggest, most loving cheerleader. You're there for every grunt, every little wobble, offering that quiet encouragement. And then, one day, it happens. The straining stops. Their little head, so wobbly just a second ago, lifts up off the mat. It might only be for a second or two, but in that second, their eyes are wide. For the very first time, they are seeing the world not from their back, not from your arms, but from their own incredible strength. You'll find yourself holding your breath, a little gasp of pride escaping. That's it. That is their first great achievement, and you guided them there. Every grunt, every squirm you witnessed, it wasn't a cry of despair. It was the sound of this exact moment being built, one tiny muscle at a time. So let's bring everything we've talked about into a simple, clear action plan. Forget the myths. Just remember these 3 truths. 1. Tummy time isn't just a nice activity, it is a medical necessity for your baby's healthy development. 2. The right time to start isn't in a few months. For a healthy, full-term baby, it starts on day 1. And 3. The most important truth of all, that crying is not a sign of hate. It's the sound of effort. It's the soundtrack to their strength being built. You now have the knowledge to turn tummy time from a moment of stress into a moment of connection and growth. If this guide helped you see tummy time differently, please take a second to hit that like button. It truly helps other parents find this information when they need it most. And to continue building your confidence with practical, evidence-based guides, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. I post a new deep dive like this every single week. Honestly, content that challenges common advice can sometimes get buried, so I'd really recommend saving this video, or even better, sharing it with a new parent who needs to hear this message. And finally, all the resources I mentioned are linked for you in the description below. Thank you so much for being here.